He met a girl last week at his college bar and took her back to his place for a session of the indoor Olympics. We had an instant connection, but is this a bad sign that she came over on the first night?
Well, maybe she just really likes you. You don't know what you don't know yet. If you know, sometimes when you have a magical connection, it's you're gonna hook up on the first time you meet them. So if you like her and you had a lot of fun and you want to see her, then go hang out and see what she's like and vet her for her character. Is she loyal? Is she family oriented? Did she keep her? Was she loyal to her previous boyfriends? Did she come from a family of liars and cheaters? Because the more messed up her background is, she's got daddy issues or comes from a broken home, there's a good chance she's going to be a mess. And if you like her, it's give her the benefit of the doubt. See what happens. Because one is no choice, two is a dilemma, three is a proper choice. And you can always add her to your practice squad, and then you can drop her later.
What do you think about meeting women over the internet? Do you think they have authenticity and good in nature?
Well, if you're strictly relying on online dating and you're hiding behind your cell phone device, you're gonna have much better experience and better connections when you meet women in person as part of your social group and the things that you love doing for fun. And so it'd be better to develop your interpersonal skills and getting to know somebody. But if you are gonna mostly lean on online dating, you gotta understand that those women that are there are not meeting the kind of guys that they want through their social life. Because girls that are established in the community and were raised there and they have a lot of girlfriends, they're fit, they're beautiful, they're attractive, they're very social, they're going to meet guys through their social circle. And they have plenty of choices and plenty of options. And they're typically not going to be on a dating app. So it's just that the women that are on dating apps, you're just gonna. It's like strippers. You're gonna have a higher incidence of girls with daddy issues and problems if you're gonna date strippers. Now, does that mean that all strippers are bad? You should never date a stripper? No, but you just got a really super high incidence of chicks that got problems. And if you're gonna do online dating, you're gonna have a much higher incidence of ghosting and flaky behavior, and there's going to be a lot of swiping and a lot of talking, but I mean, at the end of the day, all you need is one good one. So if you got the time and you're willing to do it, whatever. I would look at online dating as just one source of leads, one source of warm romantic leads. The best ones, the ones I wrote about in my book and I've just found in my life, it's the deepest connections come through people that you know or what you're doing socially. Just because like attracts like. People that like the same things tend to like each other, and so it's like fishing in a pond. And the other thing you got to consider with online dating is, the guys, Chad Thundercock, it's really handsome, jacked. It's like 80%. It's like it was in high school. The jocks, 20% of the dudes are sleeping with 80% of the women. So you're going into an arena where it's set up to make it much better for the guys, because a lot of women have their height filters set to 6 feet and above, or 6.5 feet and above. And so guys that are not that height, women are never going to see your profile, even though the dating app is going to show you their profile, just because you're like, wow, there's so many girls on here, but they're not even going to see your stuff. But you're going to be doing a lot of work, doing a lot of swiping, and if you're under 6 foot, those women are never going to see you. So
They're never
if
gonna
you're,
see you.
yeah, literally, if you're vertically challenged and you got swagger and you are good with the information that's in the book, that's not going to really matter when you meet a girl in person. She's going to see you and feel your confidence and how much you make her laugh and how good you feel or you make her feel. And so that same guy, if because again, most women typically want a guy that's taller than them. That's just a natural thing. They want a bigger guy. I mean, that's why women are physically, in the most times, smaller than us guys. Are not as strong. And so that if you get good at approaching and meeting women in person, if you met that same girl and you're vertically challenged, you met her on a dating app, you might not even see her because of the way she has her setting. So you're just going to have better experiences and meet a better quality women organically.
I think for me, I like the height 5'8".
I think that's a perfect height for me.
Well, that's because you're 4 fucking 10.
I don't know. I it,
Does
like
that qualify as a midget?
no.
No,
It's
you're
um
vertically
I'm
challenged.
an inch over. I think it's 4'9" or 8.
Oh, 4'9".
Yeah, that's
For you, that's considered 6 feet, I guess.
well, I've dated guys that were like the tallest I've ever dated was like 6'3", but I just think I don't know, it just matches.
6'3", climbing that tree.
Yeah, it's like and like, when you are sexually intimate, it's better with somebody that's closer to your height than somebody that's like you're like pretty much just
You get crushed.
like in their belly button and not like in their belly button, but like you know, but it's just not. It doesn't work. Some you like to kiss when you are intimate. So five
And
eights
you
for
can't
me.
reach that far.
No, it's like,
The appendages are not long
and
enough.
then their head's like way up here. What do you do if the activities you enjoy don't feature the type of women you want to date? Is it a matter of needing new hobbies?
Well, you got to do things socially. So I don't know. I mean, I'll give an example. Like I love to shoot and train, and you're gonna find mostly dudes in those kinds of things. But doing those kinds of things, you make new guy friends, and those new guy friends become friends that invite you over, invite you out for beers, invite you to lunch, invite you for dinner. You go on double dates or whatever. And so the point being is you got to be a social person. And so when you're out doing things socially, whether it's the activities great or it's just the people you're with are great, and you're happy and you're laughing and you're having fun, that's when you're going to be most approachable. You're going to look happy, and women are going to feel comfortable approaching you.
He says that the kind of events he goes to are music events where people do drugs, obviously, smoke, and he's not into that at all. So that's why it's hard for him to meet a girl that he likes because
Oh,
all those girls are like on drugs and stuff.
so he doesn't want a girl like a
Music. So
party
he's talking
girl.
about concerts.
Like
Well, that's absurd
venues.
to think that every single person at the concert is high or fucked up on something.
He says venues, so it's probably like underground, like techno stuff, maybe.
He's, well, not all music, like festivals and stuff like that. People go there for music, but a lot of the people are under the influence,
Yeah.
from my experience. The last one that I went to,
Look for the ones that's getting juice and Coca-Cola or soda water from the bartender, and then you'll know that they're the ones that are sober. Or maybe they're the designated drivers and they're not down to party.
Or,
that too.
or they're not, maybe they're on Molly and they don't want to mix alcohol.
Maybe that too.
I mean, they could be just getting the bottles of water to put their drugs in.
That's possible too.
So you put drugs in water?
You got it's like fishing, you know. If you're fishing in a pond or like down in South Florida, like canals that were basically put in by the Army Corps of Engineers to drain the swamp in essence out to the ocean, that water is brackish. And so we have a fish that's called a mullet. And it's kind of like a bottom feeder. And so if you're fishing in the canals, you're going to get fish that are probably full of chemicals and eating shit and all kinds of other things. And so you got to think about where you're hanging out and what the people are like where you're hanging out. So, that tells me you're going and you're fishing in a pond that you don't really like what you're catching. So go fish somewhere else. I mean, that can't be the only thing that you like to do. And if all you like to do is to go to these kinds of things, you should find some other hobbies and some other interests.
Yeah. That's what he was asking if he should switch his hobby. I think so.
I wouldn't say switch hobbies. I would just add some to it. I mean, a man should be more well-rounded than having one thing that he likes to do. That's kind of crazy.
Well, like jazz, go to like a speakeasy.
Yeah. Or a wine
Speakeasies are
bar.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Great ambiance, nice, quiet, low lights.